round 2 Sepang in ARC. So,
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the press conference for round 3 of the Idemitsu FIM Asia Road Racing Championship. You join us at the Mobility Resort in Motegi in Japan, and we're expecting a super exciting weekend as always here in this gorgeous track. And by my side is championship leader of the ASB 1000s, Azra Hakimanwa. Azra, good afternoon and welcome to the press conference.
thank you.
All right, so we're gonna jump right into the questions. So, Azra, in round 2, I think it was the perfect display of your skill, your will, and your understanding of the bike. But it comes to us as really a surprise. I mean, for any rookie to really win the race in the private class, it's no easy feat. What would you say is a factor that allowed you to win it? Was it just your understanding of Sepang, or was it just being able to have the right setup in that week?
Maybe it's because Sepang. Because last 2 years I already ride thousand bike in local race for 2 years, and then coming to this round, round 2 Sepang in ARC. So I think when come to Sepang, I'm not a rookie because I have right there like 2 years. So that's why I can manage to get the double win. So now in Motegi, I'm come back to rookie again.
All right, so we always consider Motegi like the leveling ground, like especially with the Japanese wildcards, but more on that later. For now, you are the championship leader. You're at the top of the charts. So it's nothing that you're unfamiliar with. But would you say now it's more pressure, or are you already used to being at the top?
I think when coming to the championship leader, maybe have some pressure, but for me, I think I'm not supposed to pressure because this is my first year in the 1000, and I'm just lucky because we just finished the race in Sepang, and now come back to Motegi, and also we have a lot of wildcard rider in Japan, which is I know the rider is very strong on the his track. So I have to learn quick, and I also have my teammate Zakwan, which is his have right last year. So I will learn from him and everybody, so I can show my potential again.
So just before the press conference started, we were just chatting about the intricacies and as well as the difficulties about coming to Motegi. Now, your challenge this week will be riding for 1,000 in comparison to riding the 600 here last year. What do you think will be your biggest challenge this weekend with the difference in riding?
Last year I was right for 600, and I think it was better. Right now coming to 1,000 bike, I think the most challenging for me is the physical. To finish the race 12, I think 12 or 13 laps, I don't know. So first I have to manage the physical, and then after we try to fight it.
Right, now jumping back into your previous experiences in the 1000cc class. So in the Malaysian Superbike Championship, you were racing the CBR 1000 RRR. How different was it going from the Malaysian Championship, riding that bike, and then now in the Asia Road Racing Championship?
The difference between MSBK and this championship is the ECU and also engine, I think, but not so big different, and that's why I can be comfortable here because I already ride in MSBK.
So you've been on the top of the game in private classes at different championships, like in the home underboard championship for yourself in Malaysia. Your career is very illustrious, is what I'm trying to say. So what has been the highlight so far? Is it already that Sepang last one was the highlight, or is there something else in your career so far that has been the highlight?
Highlight like what?
Like one of the best moments in your career.
I think that one last time Sepang is one of the best moment in my life because I think if I remember from first year I joined RC, I have never been in podium. I mean podium in double race. Just one podium and then one is like DNF and top five. So yeah, in Sepang just now I have collect 2 weeks. So I a little bit surprised, but yeah, that was my motivation to go more for the next race.
So that was some of the best moments you've had, and yeah, it was an amazing performance that whole weekend. Now, for the next 3 years, so now we're going to talk about future. What do you see yourself doing in the next 3 years? Is it ESB 1000 champion, or is there another plan as well moving forward,
Mm,
or is
No.
it too early to say?
no plans. I think for now just do my best and show the result quickly, and up to Honda uh, to plan what the best for me. So right now I have to do my best only.
All right, last one. Could you tell us something a bit about your personal life and how it has molded and how it may have molded you into the Azra Kimanwa that we know of today?
Last time in 600cc, I was just like a normal rider, enjoy the life, just working in the wake up in the morning like normal guy working, and then some exercise in the evening, and that's all. But now when jumping to 1000 bike, I need to double my exercise because it was very tough to race in this category. So I think when I changed my life for this racing ASB, I think it was more better than before, and I like it.
Well, it's great to hear they're enjoying life on the 1000cc class. So thank you so much, Azroy, and big good luck to you for this weekend. Coming up right after this, we will join Nasha and Zira for an interview with Azad Shah, Lochlan Epis, as well as Cameron Dunker for the ASB 1000s.
So much, Daniel. So now with me is a top rider in ASP 1000, three-time champion Azlan Shah Zaman, also Laklan Epis and Cameron Duncan. So, hello guys, how are you?
I'm good. Good.
You can take the mic
Oh.
and why everyone look moody for today?
Oh, we all okay, good.
All
I don't know
good?
about you guys.
Are you guys happy?
Need to sleep.
Sleep. So, are you enjoying Motegi right now? Second year in Motegi?
Yep. It's always good to be in Japan. Yeah. Love the food, love the sushi and everything.
Sushi or ramen?
Sushi, of course.
Partner?
Ramen.
Ramen. You like ramen, huh? Alright.
Azlan, you need to pass the
Oh.
No, for me, ramen. I don't like sushi.
Why?
I'm weird, but I don't like sushi. I prefer ramen for sure.
How about you, Cameron Duncan?
Definitely ramen. Never really tried too much sushi, but so far, ramen's a favorite.
So for me, I'm teammate with Azlan, Sushi gang.
Chicken.
Okay, so the first question will be for Azlan Shah.
Oh.
Okay, Azlan. So last season had many and down. What is the best moment this season that you very proud of?
I mean, like, this season, the biggest highlight is I was the new team, had a new mindset, new start for me as BMW. You know, I use BMW bike for many years already. And this year we're using 2025 model. And of
Yes.
course, the bike is more powerful, more smart, and more improving. And yeah, I still enjoy and learning at same time for this bike. But yeah, it's good.
So, you are with new BMW, like you say, right?
Yeah.
So, what the most different with the new bike?
I mean, the bike is almost similar. Just I think like the engine is a bit more powerful, and also the electronics more smart than last year. For me, it's nice bike, but still I need to learn some more about the electronic and to improve for the race.
Is it help you a lot for this year?
Yes, of course. I really like the bike, and also for me personally, I need to understand more about the electronic because the electronic is more smarter every year, each year. So yeah, the bike. I like the bike.
All right. So, Lachlan, you have one podium only last year in Mandalika, right? And this season is look very tough for you. And what your challenges have you faced, and how do you plan to overcome this?
Same as Aslan. We've got the 25 bike this year. And sometimes, as much as it is an improvement, it can be a little bit too smart for its own good.
Yeah.
And so trying to understand the best way to get the maximum out of the bike and adapt to what it wants and how it wants to be ridden is probably the biggest challenge that we're having at the moment. And starting the season on the 24 bike, so missing that extra day of testing and then going to round 2 with a 25 bike, and you get the 5-day practice and then you're straight into racing. So I don't think we're, as a team, doing any worse job than last year. Just seems that the level obviously is very high. The Hondas are performing very well. And if you're not on your maximum and nailing everything in the data and my riding, you're going to be struggling.
So, in your opinion, what's matter more in ASP 1000? Is it for the bike or for rider skill?
I think it's a combination. I think it's being with the right team, with the right knowledge to maximise, and then as much as being extremely fast, being able to manage the race. Our superbike races seem to always be very close with 4 or 5 riders, and so understanding when you need to be at the front of the group and looking after the tyres, and when you need to be conserving energy, and being ready in the last laps to throw caution to the wind. The racing here is very competitive, and the overtakes are always very strong, and so being mentally prepared for that is as important as having the right bike.
All right. So next, Cameron Dunker. Should I call you Cameron Dunker? Which one, Cameron or Dunker? Which one?
Either one, really.
Okay. So this is your first time in Motegi, right? And how do you feel first time being here?
Yeah, it's always tough coming to a new track, not much experience, and just sort of the best I can do is just watch the races from last year, and obviously we all see this track in MotoGP and whatnot. So I have a little bit of knowledge, but as far as riding here, I got nothing. So like the first 2 rounds, I've struggled quite a bit more than I would have liked, but yeah, we just got to try and come here with an open mindset and just try and adapt to the bike as good as we can, and just sort of see where we end up for the weekend.
So you have raced 2 rounds in ARC. So far, how the ARC race compare that others championship?
Yeah, obviously I haven't really got to race with many of the guys, but all the guys here are very fast and very strong, and like Lachlan said, the overtakes are always very, very strong, and the racing very close. So I mean, obviously in the Australian Championship the races are close, but then again these tracks are a lot different to sort of what I'm used to. So I mean everything's new for me, and I mean I'm looking forward to this weekend, another new track, and we just got to try and do the best we can.
All right, can we go back to Aslan? So Aslan, you are racing at Motegi last year. So new BMW, new team, new teammate, and so far it's quite good, right?
Yep.
New team. So what do you enjoy most about this track and what the biggest challenges in MotoGP?
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, like, yeah, this track is amazing. You know, we got a very challenging circuit, slow corner, fast corner, tight, and everything. Yeah. I race here since was in World Championship in Moto2. It's very difficult. I understand the circuit. Still, this is the most difficult circuit for me. And this circuit, and also coming to Mandalika, also my difficult circuit also. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to enjoy this circuit with BMW. Of course, this PM for me is a good bike. So for me, I just need to find a good setup, a good electronic to enjoy this race this weekend.
Is it this is the track that you was in Moto2 got the fourth place or
Yeah, first place in 2015.
right?
Yeah, in the wet, not on the dry.
So do you prefer wet or dry?
I don't mind to race in the wet or dry. Just this circuit is quite tough for me. Yeah, but I still gonna try to enjoy and try to learn as much as I can, and try to finish the race on the podium if I can.
We will see, and also the weather quite challenges in this weekend, right?
Yeah, I think this weekend we're gonna get hot temperature. I think.
Or the pressure? What
I
happened?
think it's gonna rain.
Really? Yeah.
We will see. So what do you think? Like about the weather?
I think looking at the forecast is a mistake because it's going to change every couple of hours. This is my experience over the last couple of years. At the moment, it's looking like we might get a wet race on Saturday, but then we'll look at it in a couple of hours and it's going to say it's going to be 40 degrees. So I'll look at the sky when I'm on the grid and deal with it from there. But I think, answering your question about wet or dry, I think every rider would prefer, if they had a choice, to win a race in the dry, but I think every rider wants to win. If it's wet, you still want to win.
All right. So the last question for you: what is motorcycle racing like in Australia?
Probably a better question for Cam, to be honest. I haven't raced that much in Australia in the last 10 years. I think the biggest difference between racing here in Asia and racing in Australia is that obviously we're a landlocked country. We don't have a lot of international riders that come. And so while Australia produces a lot of great champions, a lot of our great champions don't actually get out of Australia. And because we spend 6-7 years running the same circuits, we struggle to learn new circuits. The level in Australia is high. I think when we went to the Bend in 2019, and we had Brian Starring come and do a wildcard, he was competitive in ASP. So I think on our own tracks, we can be very strong. Like Cam said, our tracks are quite different. Like to race at a circuit in Australia called Morgan Park is 4 metres wide, like a motocross track, and you go to Sepang, which is 15 metres wide and smooth. So it's just different. I think being able to see your bike and work on your bike between rounds probably alleviates some stress as well as compared to you make a mistake on Sunday and you're putting a bike that's in 4 pieces into a flight case. It can be quite stressful for those 5 weeks. But it's just different, and I think it has its strengths and weaknesses like everything. And I think Australia produces great champions, but I think our great champions don't get out of Australia enough.
So far, do you enjoy India racing?
Absolutely. This is my 3rd season now. For sure, there's pressure racing here, and there's an expectation to get results. But I wouldn't be if I wasn't enjoying it, wouldn't take the risk. So for sure, I'm enjoying it.
All right. Thank you, Lachlan. So, Dunker, what is your training like back in your hometown? And how do you juggle between a heavy schedule?
Obviously a lot of training goes in, a lot of hours. Generally try and get 2 sessions a day during the week, and then try and ride whatever I can on the weekends, whether that's motocross or some form of road racing, go-kart track, or just whatever we can get in. But obviously the schedule is quite a lot. It's between the Australian Superbike Championship, obviously this championship, and then a few one-off races that I do in the weeks off. I guess it's it's a lot. And obviously, the toughest bit isn't really riding; it's all the travel between all the racing in Australia. Australia's a big country, and unfortunately, we got to drive to all the races. So yeah, and then obviously coming over here, yeah, I mean the flights aren't too long, but definitely still a struggle for sure.
Okay, last question. Did you enjoy the race with these guys? Or it's too difficult?
No, I enjoy it for sure. I love a good challenge, and I mean I haven't really been in a race with them guys, but yeah, racing with Lachlan in Sepang was definitely good. And then from what I learned from the qualifying sessions in Thailand from Aslan and also Hafiz and stuff, when I sort of got to ride a little bit with them, definitely learned a lot. So we just got to take that into the memory and just try and sort of replicate what they do on these sort of tracks and just try and learn as fast as we can.
All right. Only last question for Aslan.
Still got a question.
Yeah, only one. Just a
Right.
simple question. So, who do you think the biggest challenges rider in ASP 1000 for you? Because you are 3-time champion in ARC, so
Oh,
we need to know the answer from you.
I think it's everybody.
Because you already, I think you race with a lot of generation, right?
Yeah.
Old era, new era.
Oh man. I think I can go to the museum now. The museum. Yeah, Nasha. It's for now. I think it's everybody because to fight with young guys, they are more stronger than me, more stamina, more energy. Yeah, just everybody.
But you enjoy it?
Yeah, really. I still enjoy riding. I still enjoy to be in the championship. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. That's all. So, all the best for this weekend, and we will back with Daniel.
Thank you so much, Nasha Zira. Now we head to the 600cc category with none other than Anubhav Sarboon for Yamaha Thailand Racing Team. Anubhav, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. So we're gonna jump right into the questions. It's been a hot
Yes.
couple of days in Motegi. It's 4 degrees Celsius on average water, just to let everyone know it's surprising weather. But the question that we have is, well, in Silpang, the challenge for you was starting from last. But my word, it was such an impressive race from you to fight all the way back into a podium position on both races. Can you tell us what was the key thing that helped you fight for the podium?
Oh yes, for me really difficult because we start from the last year. But I think just one thing in the Sepang lane, we would like to get the podium. We would like to get some championship point. I just thinking I will make a bet for either some 2 point or 3 point is okay, but I'm really happy because the bike so fast, engine fast, the setting is stable. I very funny. I try to push more on the bike, but everything is stable for me. Either less, I can go fast more, make good way last time. I have the confidence. I will go passing someone and passing to the top three. I think it's good for the team, for me, for the championship one.
Yeah, it was amazing to see that. And speaking about that, you and your bike seem to be performing very well together. You and the R6 is just always something really nice to see. You always look in sync with your bike. So, what do you think? What do you think has you've done that has helped you to be so comfortable on your bike currently? Is it the team? Is it just the bike is good for you?
Uh, for me, I think the engine power of the R6 Yamaha character is based on the high speed, based on the high RPM. For me, now we think just we will find some pocket for the circuit for easy to passing on the straight. It's okay because the team, my Gucci, my mechanic, my coach, we have the experience from the World Super Sport cars. Easy to make improve the bike. Uh, in the circuit, I think we will make high speed on top the RPM for easy to passing someone on the stage. Yeah, I'm sure I feel better with the team.
So it's your first time. So you're talking about the sprockets, and that's actually interesting because it's your first time coming to Motegi.
Yes.
So what do you think will be your biggest challenge when you arrive here at Motegi on the bike, and what do you think about Motegi as a circuit?
The Motegi circuit is feel like same state and breaking hard, same Sepang, I think, because the stop and go, many turn. But for me, difficult point is turn 11 to 12, 13 is really difficult because the hard braking and stable to the long term will I will make the good setting on the tomorrow for confirm to Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. I will find some setting for baking house. Yeah.
So are you in the cafe? We have the Gran Turismo simulator. Are you going to be practicing there today?
I see just the video. Some guy make a good baking house. I will learn with some video. The last year he do good, really baking good. Yes.
So outside of Asia Road Racing Championship, where do you go to expand your knowledge on motorsports, or what do you like to see to try and gain more knowledge?
I start racing in the last 15 years ago, but I joined ARC in the 2015. Wildcard 250cc. For me, I will try to working hard with the team. I try to learning with someone on the top car because I think maybe next year we will move to 1000cc maybe. Yes. So now I just keep to learning with him with the another guy.
Well, that's the headline right there, and most likely on the path to 1000 next year. That's
Yes.
interesting to
I
see.
hope.
Wow, I can't wait to see that. Now, last but not least, every rider has a mentor. Like everyone has a mentor or someone that they look up to in racing. Who has been your mentor in racing?
For me, it's the team. Everyone in the team is really important. Many times we have talking together for this week, for the next week, for the next round. Every time we have talking because we have one point is the champion together.
Love to hear that. All right, Arapap, thank you so much. Good luck for this weekend. And right after this, you'll be joining Nasha at Zira with the other Super Sports 600 boys, Hami Asman, Kasma Daniel, and Rocco Sessa.
On top.
back with me, and right now with me is Helmi Azman from Idemitsu Honda Racing Malaysia, Kasmadania, Honda Yamaha Racing, and also Rocco Sisler from One for All. So, hello guys! Why you guys are very shy in front of camera? You need to take the mic and say hello to me.
Because you talk English.
Because this is interview, so we need to talk in English. So, Kasma, if you okay, one first question for you. So, Kasma, you have been performing really well this season, but in race 2 in Sepang you crashed, right? And also fighting last lap with Adinanta. So, what the biggest difference for you this year beside of change category?
Ya, pertama sekali Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
My biggest difference, I think, not so biggest because last year 1000 and this year 600. For me, it's not like big change. It just normal change because I already also ride 600 before, so I have a basic how to ride 600. And for me, also is have a good extra feelings about to 600 because I already ride more fast bike 1000 and change to 600. Not so fast, but okay, quite good. And it's easy to handle also. Not so too much complicated, right? It's okay for now and okay lah, just like that.
Okay, let's talk about Motegi. So, how's your bike feeling right now? And how do you plan to get the best out here? Because last year is quite difficult for you in 1000, right? So, what do you think? This is your second year in Motegi.
For last year, for me, Motegi not a good result. But for this year, I tried to come back with 600 and try to be a good result also. And I hope also because I never ride also 600 in this Motegi, so I hope the bike still can give working
together.
Yeah, working together with me for the bike and and just like that. I hope Motegi can give luck.
Alright, so thank you, Kasma. And next, we go with Rocco Sessler. So, Rocco, how has your transition been for you, moving from TVS and now with 600?
For sure a better step because I'm more a tall rider
Yeah.
and the power is good for me. So I feel comfortable on this bike more than on the TVS bike. The only difficult part is the speed difference, but I'm getting used to it.
So, when you editing this change, right, from TVS to 600 is totally different. Small bike and big bike. So, physical strength and bike, comfortable or riding, which one is more important?
For sure, endurance, it takes much more strength to ride this bike. And also riding techniques. It's a different riding style. You have to be on focus as early as possible, and yeah, so you have to change on that.
What do you think about the Motegi circuit?
I like the Motegi circuit from last year, but I don't know it with the 600cc bike. And I've heard the downhill braking part will be difficult, but we will see after the first session.
Alright, so the next one is Helmi Azman, winner of race 2. And we know something happened in qualifying in Sepang, right? So, Helmi, why? Why you guys like this? Why? So you have done of 2 rounds of ARC. And how is compare for you and what you expect for round 3?
Yes, of course. The last race in Sepang was good for me because I had win in the race too, and So for the qualifying session, have some issue, but I already forget about it. Then now I just focus for this round, and of course my preparation after race in Sepang more harder because I know it's not easy here, and also some rider wildcard also come in this round. So we will try to keep my momentum and also my goals for this weekend.
So last year was a tough. It's quite difficult for you, right? In 600. So what do you think, and what the biggest challenges? Like you say, newcomer, like one card rider. Is it quite difficult for this weekend?
Yeah, for me, it's like normally because when you come to Japan and also many rider wildcard from Japanese rider to come, and also not the bad rider but more fast rider, and also always win the race. And also for me it's quite difficult also because we just try to keep my momentum and also try to follow the top rider, but at the same time so fast, so we need to know just we can do just that's only the result. So for me, I think the result last race is so. And for this year, I think I hope it's much better because last year I have some issue with the bike. So now we know we have improved the point, and also we hope for this weekend we can get more best result from the last year.
Actually, what is more challenging for you? Is it managing the bike or edit with the new track?
I think it's not new track now because already last year to come here. It's just need to improve only the race pace because last time I'm not so bad when I'm starting in the P3 when I check the last year in result. So I make a good lap time, but I don't have any race pace because in the race pace also like similar in the qualifying time. So we need to just know the point to improve for this year.
Okay, thank you, Helmi. So Kasma. Okay, Kasma. So what do you think is the most important part of preparing before a race? Playing food? Around?
The important things is restu ibu ayah dulu sebelum benda.
Okay.
It's true, eh? It's true. So for me, it's like you need to prepare your physique and also your mental for the race because we use a lot of energies on the bike and full focus because and also good rest, you know. Good rest because we need to focus for the race.
All right, thank you so much, Kasma. And last question for Rocco. So, Rocco, we know that here in Motegi this weekend is quite weather quite high. Is it too difficult for you? Very hot in Motegi. So, what do you think?
I'm used to it already from last year. There were also Thailand, I think, was very hot, so it will be okay. But as already mentioned, you have to rest a lot and you have to have enough energy for the racing because it takes a lot.
All right, thank you so much, guys, and that's all. We'll be back with Daniel.
Lasha, that was the Super Sports 600. So now we're going to the quarter liter class with the AP 250, and by my side is the fast Izam Ikmal from Victor Racing Team. How are you, Izam?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
So last round was such an impressive round. I mean, we were really so happy to see you back on the grid for the AP 250s in round one. And in round two, if I remember correctly, it was a new bike from Victor Racing that you had. So can you tell us how different it was being on the 250 class, fighting at the top compared to the previous seasons that you've had?
Yeah, long time I'm not fight with them. First since like 2019. Yes, I was remember before I go to C100 wildcard. Now I'll be back to 50 for this year. It's quite good. And then many new rider fast now. Yeah, maybe we have option for the bike now.
So Izam, you've raced in so many different championships. Yeah, and I've seen you race from when you were still very small, and then now you're in the 250s, wildcard and 600s. How has the experience racing around the world, racing different bikes, helped you to be the rider that you are now?
It's one thing is mentality. Like Asian and Europe is very different because in Europe you think you always want to win, and maybe the second place and third place just the bonus for them. So maybe Asian people need to change like this, and maybe coming better for next generation. No?
So what you're saying is that the target should be set higher than
Yes, for sure.
Understood. So, okay, when it comes to racing, the target, that's an interesting one. So, we know that it's all about skill, fitness, training, and all these factors, as well as you mentioned, is the motivation to push for the top spot. But what would you say is the most important thing when it comes to getting the results on the bike?
Well, number one is fitness, and second one you need to more mileage on the bike. For me, maybe some riders not thinking like this, no?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I know some riders who will say that fitness is key and just a little bit on bike training, and others will say a lot on the bike, less fitness. So yeah, it's subjective.
I think for me both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the balance.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of riders in the AP 250 class, some experienced, some young and fresh onto the category. Who would you say that you have maybe learned a bit from so far for the past two rounds?
One rider also from Thailand, Kritipa also fast, but sometimes I learn how they braking, how they open the gas, and yeah, use a lot like this, you know. And maybe some riders same. I don't think so much if I learn same like them because let's say if you see when I'm riding compared to them is totally different, no?
Yeah.
Maybe I more aggressive to them, but them aggressive on their cars. So yeah, it's different. So I don't learn so much. You know.
So I think it's more that you learn what they're doing that you can do better yourself, right?
Yes.
Because I think we all remember Kritapat's hard braking into the last round one. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, but I hope in the next round will be in Sepang. We don't know yet, but if Sepang will fight back in Kritipa now.
So how has your experiences in the Asia Road Racing so far changed the way you see motorsports as your competition? Has your view on motorsports been different ever since? Like from your national championship going to the Asia Road Racing Championship, the way you see motorsports as your future, has it changed since the Asia Road Racing journey?
Yes, for me it's a big change. So if national you stay in your country only, but in Asia you can show them maybe some nation rider is the best, or show the team if you are talented, no?
Fair enough. So now when we go to outside of motorsports a little bit, so I want you to tell us a bit about your personal life. What do you enjoy doing when you have free time? Because of course, you have a very busy schedule with the amount of research that you do, but you know, we do have some free time. So away from training, away from two-wheeled motorsports, what do you do and what do you enjoy?
Sometimes meet some activity in my country, like something football like this, and yeah, not outside from my race. I always training with my friends, like small track, technical track like this, and not too much outside like other sport. I think, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Izam. This has been Izam Iqmal from Victor Racing Team. And coming up right after this is Nasha and Zero with Irfan Agiansha, Peter Pakankum, and Rich Takahira.
Okay, thank you so much, Daniel. So now we are with AP250 rider with me right now. He is Kwitapat Hinko from the Yamaha Thailand Racing Team. Also Ifa Agansha, my Maestro NW and ACK Honda Racing Team. And the last one is Homeboy, which is Richie Takahira from TY Antares Racing Team. Hello guys, how do you feel to be in Motegi? You can take the mic. Yes. How do you feel?
Yeah, feel good.
Feel good?
Ready to race.
Ready to race? Oh, so fast, yeah. So okay, first question. Irfan, you are 33 points behind the leader. What do you think is take to close the gap and fight for the championship?
I think you know it's still early. I think talking about championship because it's only 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just need to focus on myself and doing better and better.
So this is your first time in Motegi?
Actually, maybe 9 years ago I raced here in
Seriously?
Asia Talent Cup. So
So,
but it's long time ago.
so after a long time ago and you come back here, what do you think about the Motegi circuit?
Yeah, it's good circuit. Yeah, it's nice and yeah, just ready to go.
Which part do you think is most challenges?
I think from last sector, I think because after downhill, so everyone I think will fight there with hard braking. So I think the point is in the sector 4.
Alright. So Kritapat, you are a strong rider. You're a powerful bike. We saw that in Sepang also retired in your home race, right? So what are the main challenges in this category? And this is your first time in AP250, right? This year?
Yeah.
So you win last race in race 2. And what do you plan for overcome this to get the championship title?
For me, I think every rider the skill, I think similar, but only the bike is not same. But I think I know every rider needs to win and then need to champion. Also me, I try to pushing every lap, and then I try to fast braking. I try to quickly the total the gas, and then yeah, for sure for this race I try to fast, and then I try to to win in the two race.
Okay, so from Chang to Sepang and now Motegi. So how's your improve your skill in this fight?
Yeah, for me, from Chang to Sepang, I feel improve a lot, but some some skill. I need to more skill, but last time I go to join in the World Championship. I keep and then I learn from riding skill from European rider and yeah, for this race I try to use the new skill.
All right, that's good. We will see that tomorrow, right? So, Hope Boys, Richie Takahira. You're quite good in Sepang, starting from first position, but in race one, race two, it's quite difficult for you, right? When you're fighting in front row, have a lot of bike, and this is your new team, and so for your home race in Motegi, this is advantage for you. So, did you think that you will be on top of podium this weekend?
Yeah, I think I try to podium. Yeah. Because I in Malaysia try to win. Yeah, many time mistake back positions. So I yeah. So I try to podium. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about you always good in qualifying free practice and a little bit like I say that little bit difficult in race one, race two, right? What do you think? Is it for technical issue or race pace or anything?
Yeah, I just start the race.
All right, so next question is E5. So E5, do you have a lot of experience based in AP250 and also have a lot of podium in AP250, but this year is different, right? So what do you think about this season?
Yeah, I think this is because before I spent a lot of time in the Astrauda, so it's completely different with now. So yeah, I think, but the goal is stay same, but sometimes it's we just need to fight.
Okay, last question for Krita Pat. Okay, let's talk about the another rider. So, what do you enjoy about it? And is there anything for you that, like Irfan or Richie, challenges you?
Yeah, for me it's big challenge because from last year I ride the R6 in the big bike World Super Sport 600 and then come back to World Super Sport. No, 300 bike. Yeah, I feel big difference for the skill, right? Riding skill, and then the bike is really is different. Yeah.
What's your target for this weekend?
Of course, winner.
Okay, last question for Richie. Richie, do you race in other championship too?
Yeah.
So, how's the difference from ARC and others championship?
Yeah. So this year I see so many country riders. So many faster riders. So too difficult in ARC. So I ride in Japan national championship. So like all people in Japanese like saying speed and saying riding style. So Asia road race is more difficult.
So what's your target for this weekend? This is important because this is your home race.
Yeah, I target race is podium and qualifying is new record.
Oh, did you guys hear it? So for the tip tomorrow, you need to follow Richie just to get the the perfect racing line.
Give me follow.
Okay. Also, last question for Ifan. What's your target?
Nothing.
For the Richie at the back.
Maybe we need to follow him, but I just want to focus on myself and get a good result.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, and all the best for this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nasha. And now we're going to one of the most exciting classes that we love to watch, the Underbone 150s. And by my side is none other than Fahmi Basam from the Yamaha LFN HP 969 Indonesia Racing Team. Fahmi, apa kabar?
Alhamdulillah, baik sehat.
Okay, so I'm gonna first do the question in English and then I'll translate to Bahasa Indonesia. So, Fahmi, often people say that the Underbone 150 race category is an unpredictable one. However, we have seen so many legends pull out amazing strategies. What would be your strategy that works in Underbone 150? So, seringkali orang mengatakan bahawa kategori balap UB 150 adalah kategori yang sulit diprediksi. Namun kita telah melihat banyak legenda yang menunjukkan strategi yang luar biasa. Menurut Fahmi, strategi seperti apa yang paling efektif di UB 150?
Untuk strategi UB 150 itu di strategi last lap ya, untuk menentukan siapa yang bisa finish terdepan dan di last corner juga.
So yeah, so what Fahmi said was that it's the last lap that's the most important, and the last lap, last corner that will define who will come out at the front. Okay, so the next one is. It was an unfortunate situation last run in Sepang with the incident you had which made you miss out on points. Tell us what goes through your mind when a situation like that happens. Situasi di Sepang cukup disayangkan dengan insiden yang membuat Fahmi kehilangan poin penting. Apa yang biasanya terlintas di pikiran Fahmi saat menghadapi situasi seperti itu?
Untuk tragedi di Sepang kemarin, saya kehilangan poin di race 1. Untuk situasi ini mungkin saya harus mengumpulkan poin sebanyak-banyaknya dan bisa mempertahankan gelar juara saya.
So what Fahmi said was he missed out on important points in race 1 in round 2, and the most important thing is to collect points now to hold on to the championship title from last season. So the next one will be what about Motegi? What is it about Motegi that excites you and gives you the confidence that you need? Is it just your confidence itself, the skills of the machine? So apa yang membuat sirkuit Motegi terasa spesial bagi Fahmi? And apakah itu soal kepercayaan diri, keterampilan atau performa motor?
Ya,
tahun lalu di Motegi ini saya berhasil ada di top 5 di RS1. Untuk tahun ini saya cukup percaya diri untuk menghadapi race Motegi ini dan setup. Saya akan melakukan setup terbaik sebaik mungkin di Motegi.
So he said that last year in the Motegi match, top 5, and he believes in himself for this run. He's going to get the right setup for Motegi, and he believes that he can make it to the top 5 fight again. Right. So the next one coming up is we have 2 runs done and 4 more to go. It's a lot of work, especially in keeping with your own expectations and goals, as well as the pressure of being the defending champion. How do you manage these aspects during the race? So, Fahmi, dua putaran yang telah berlalu dan masih ada 4 lagi. Ini tentu bukan hal yang mudah, apalagi dengan tekanan mempertahankan gelar juara serta menjaga ekspektasi dan target pribadi. Bagaimana Fahmi mengelola semua aspek ini saat balapan?
Untuk itu saya selalu menenangkan diri saya sebelum race dan enjoy, dan saya juga mendapat dukungan dari tim yang alhamdulillah sangat solid, dan saya percaya tidak ada yang tidak mungkin bagi orang-orang yang berusaha selalu.
So what Fahmi said was that he always tries to calm himself down and relax, and what's important for him is the support. He's got good support from the team as well, and that's helped him to do what he needs to do on the track. So the next one up, what is your favorite training regime, and tell us what is it like, especially when nearing a competition. So apa jenis latihan yang favorite untuk Fahmi, dan seperti apa biasanya rutinitas latihan Fahmi, terutamanya menjelang kompetisi?
Kalau untuk latihan sendiri saya banyak latihan motor di Indonesia, naik motor bebek dan motor sport, dan fisik tentunya. Itu saya lakukan tiap hari, dan saya istirahat seminggu sebelum balapan itu.
So what Fahmi said was what he does is he has bike training back in Indonesia as well, and does it every day, which is it's a lot of training on the bike, as well as physical training, and he rests 1 week before the race. So that's interesting to me, because everyone has different training regimes. So this one is Fahmi's. So the last question coming up, the last 2, sorry. 40 points away from the top. Is the pressure on, and are you still feeling calm? So saat ini Fahmi tertinggal 40 poin dari puncak klasemen. Apakah Fahmi merasakan tekanan atau masih bisa tetap tenang dan fokus?
Berbeda 40 poin, ya saya tidak terlalu memikirkan poin. Saya berusaha untuk selalu tenang dan selalu tampil yang terbaik di setiap race-nya, dan mungkin untuk poin sendiri saya tidak terlalu memikirkan itu. Tapi tujuan saya tetap mempertahankan gelar juara saya, untuk di setiap balapan saya tidak terlalu memikirkan poin.
So what we're saying that he's not thinking too much about the gap. What he's thinking is about race by race, collect the most points he can, and of course his main target is to defend the title. So that's the target. So the last one coming is the last one for Fahmi will be Fahmi, name 2 things you love about the Underbone 150. So Fahmi, sebutkan 2 hal yang paling Fahmi sukai dari balapan di kategori UB150.
2 hal ya. Kalau balapan di Underbone 150, hal yang paling saya suka itu pada saat last lap, mungkin kita juga sebagai pembalap merasakan ketegangan tersendiri pada saat memasuki last corner, dan mungkin pada sesi Super Bowl juga itu ada ketegangan tersendiri di diri saya sebagai pembalap.
So he's saying that as a racer, what he finds always the most exciting is the last lap, preparing for the last turn, and as well as Super Bowl, which we all find interesting as well, because it's one rider on the track and one rider that we follow for one fast lap. So thank you so much, Fahmi. Good luck for this weekend. This has been Fahmi Basam from Elephant HP 969 Yamaha Racing Team. And up next will be Nasha Zira with 3 more fast riders from the Underbone 150s.
Back with me right now is still Underbone rider. We have Akid Aziz from Fixed Bike Superfast JRT Racing Team. Also, we have Nazir Rizat from Umar Racing Yamaha Majumoto Asia Team, and also Gupita Krishna Zia LFN HP 969 MCR RBT 34 Racing Team. So, welcome back Gupita. So, how do you feel? Bagaimana kamu rasa selepas injured?
Saya selepas injek kemarin crash di Malaysia, ini saya cukup merasa fit untuk di round Japan ini. Mudah-mudahan di round Japan ini saya bisa tampil maksimal dan membawakan hasil podium dan membuat bangga tim dan Indonesia.
Okay, so he said that he will do the maximum in the race after back from recovery. So, okay, Akid, next. So you are in third overall championship standing so far, 3 point different from the top. So what do you plan for this weekend?
Okay, right now we got a championship point. Number one, I think not too close, around 43 points. So this week we must push and find a good setup from practice to race day. And we must maximize a point as close as possible before on this round.
Alright, so you have clearly built up your physique, and why is physical strength important in Underbone category?
Okay, number one, I must get my berat badan kena naik sebab because the bike is weight, so it's not easy to control the bike before entry on corner and exit corner. I think it's hard to ride it, and for I go to gym and the better physique, the better we recovery, the strong and stable we ride the bike.
Alright, Akid. So, Naziro, so far, is it this season more challenging for you? Yes or no, and why?
This year, very difficult because the other team are very fast, and then I try to get to more. Then I try to set up in my mechanic for set up engine to more in the MotoGP now.
Alright, so riding in a big group with a close contact, we know Underbone is not an easy class. What is the pro and cons? Can you explain about it? Is it you need more fast bike or more strategy plan for the race?
Maybe more fast bike, and then more strategy. Because more strategy, no fast bike, very difficult. Maybe the under rider very fast, the number one and last. So I get to fast bike.
Alright, thank you Naziro. So we back to Gupita. So you won race in Chang but missed 2 chances in Sepang, right? So Gupita, kamu menang di perlombaan kedua di pusing yang satu di Chiang Rai. So kamu tidak berpeluang berlomba di Sepang. Jadi bagaimana kamu punya plan untuk dapatkan top 5 untuk perlombaan di sini, di mana tahun lalu pun kita lihat kamu menang di perlombaan yang pertama di sini.
Untuk di Jepang ini, untuk plan saya untuk podium sangat yakin sekali untuk podium, karena saya sangat menyukai di sirkuit di Jepang ini, karakter sirkuit Jepang, dan mudah-mudahan besok di race 1 dan race 2 saya bisa podium dan tampil maksimal.
Okay, so with your hand injury and tangan kamu dengan injury, right? So adakah ini akan will affect your performance in Motegi?
Untuk habis tangan saya cedera di seri Malaysia, memang untuk kesempurnaan tangan saya belum maksimal 100%, tapi saya akan berusaha semaksimal mungkin dan menahan rasa sakit itu, dan mudah-mudahan besok bisa tampil di barisan depan.
Okay. He said that he really like this Motegi circuit, so he will do the best for get the top of group of undergone. So it's not easy race, but he can do it. So last question for Akid. Akid, you won at Motegi last season, and like you say, it's not easy category. It's really crazy last lap, right? So do you think you can do it again this time? Why or why not?
Okay, last year we get a good data. So this year I think we get a much improvement on engine and other part like suspension also very comfort and build up my confidence. I think this year much better than last year. I think we just try to push ourselves and team to be on the podium.
Okay, what's your
No.
biggest? No. Okay, there's one. So Naziro, last question for you. You have double podium here in Motegi last season also. So what's your plans and what's your target?
First, I target to target my podium again, and then I hope my bike is okay, more better in the last year, because the last year I starting very last and then get to other front, very difficult, and then I want to consistent this track. Thank you.
Okay. Last one for Gupita. Having Husni as your teammate, adakah ia sangat membantu kamu untuk improve?
Untuk teammate saya adanya di Alfi Husni di tim Ziar sangat membantu saya karena saling membantu untuk setup motor, dan saya sangat senang sekali untuk di Asia Road Racing ini udah berjalan 2 seri. Alfi Husni udah poin udah tinggi ya di atas untuk Alfi Husni. Untuk itu saya sangat senang dan gembira.
Alright, so he said that having Husni as a teammate is very workful, that he can get more data, more fast bike. So Husni is a leader of UB 150 championship right now. So he want to help Husni and team to get the championship title. So that's all, guys. Thank you so much and all the best for this weekend.
on to the One Make classes, the TVS Asia One Make, and by my side, a very exciting rider, Chirath Vishwanath. Chirath, welcome to the press conference.
Hello everybody.
How you been?
I've been good.
Alright, so let's jump right into it. So, racing incidents are pretty much inevitable in racing. In your opinion, what is the most important thing when you're trying to avoid such an incident?
Of course, in racing there's a lot of crashes. Everyone's pushing their limit. So it happens to be good and it happens to be bad, which are crashes. For me, the best opinion for me to avoid such incidents during the race is to walk out of the track, because that's the only way you can save yourself, because you don't know who's coming behind and what speed they're coming. So I think the best thing is just walk out of the track.
So TVS Asia is a category that brings in many different riders from different nationalities, different backgrounds. How do you think that, or how do you feel if there has been any riders that you may have picked up a few things from, or does it not really affect too much?
Yeah, TVS Asia is one of the categories with high competition, and yeah, there are many riders like Hiroki, Ramdan. They're all very experienced in Moto 3, Moto 2. Obviously, a lot to learn from them, but for me, it's always been me improving on myself, whether there's another rider or not. But yeah, having such fast riders in the same category helps you improve a lot faster than improving alone. So I think it's a good category competition-wise.
So you, being an Indian rider now, we've seen Indian motorsports come up through the ranks, and it's been exciting. I mean, we're waiting for that Indonesian champion once again. And in your opinion, what's it like currently in your home country for racing? What could be, what would you advocate to improve, or would be the betterment for motorsports there as a rider?
According to me, I think in India there's no publication of racing like other sports have, like cricket and stuff. So I think publicizing the motorsports is one thing India should do. And there are a lot of people racing on roads rather than tracks. Maybe stop all that and try track once, and maybe you'll like it more than racing on roads.
Definitely, we always advocate for a safer riding environment. Yeah. Definitely. Now you've made it to the podium. Your rise to form this season has been, it's really been good to witness it. Now, it's not an easy feat to fight on the podium with, as you mentioned, all these experienced riders on the grid as well. How would you attribute these achievements to reaching the podium? Has it just been more training, more physical training, or more on the bike training?
For me, I've always had the pace, at least last 6 months, last 8 months, but my luck hasn't been so good. I've been training more on myself and on the bike, but I lack some things like last lap mistakes which cost me the win. We'll work on them and come back stronger is what I'm gonna say, because I'm really close to the win and that's what I'm gonna work for.
So we come to Motegi now, and Motegi, as we all know, is a fantastic technical circuit. But in the one-make class, there's only a few parameters that you can adjust. So what would you say could be the key factor differentiating a win and not being on the podium at all?
I think setting up the bike is what is the difference between me and the top rider. With experience, you can set up the bike better, which I'm definitely lacking because this is my second year in racing. Yeah, I'll work on the setup and then fight for the win for sure.
So you've raced in TVS for quite a number of seasons now. Now, how would you say the TVS Asia One Make served? How has it served well to your professional career?
When I first started in TVS Asia One Make, I was about 5 seconds slower than the top rider, but now I'm fighting with the top riders for the win. That's how much TVS Asia has helped me grow in my racing career, and a huge shout out to them, a huge thanks to them. Yeah, my aim is to definitely go above this, and which is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, but
TVS Asia has played a huge role in my career. Thank you.
Alright, last but not least, now I always find Motegi, the midpoint of the season, as really the turning point. So now that we've arrived here, what is your aim for the season?
Win, of course, win. Everyone's aim is to win. They're here to win. That's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm gonna do. No matter how hard it's gonna be, but winning is the only key I see.
Alright, thank you so much, Chiran. Can't wait to see you out on track. And up next is Nasha Zina.
Bear with me right now. The last group of the day is TVS Asia One Make Championship, which is Kim In-jae and Randy. Hi guys, konnichiwa. Annyeonghaseyo, selamat petang. So how do you feel for this weekend?
I feel very good coming to Japan because I like Motegi a lot. So I want podium and go back more happy.
Go back more happy ya. Kamu Randy gimana minggu ini, minggu perlombaan?
Ya, untuk minggu ini udah jauh-jauh hari siapkan diri
Ya.
bisa masuk 5 besar untuk di Motegi.
Jadi ini kali pertama di Motegi. Jadi gimana rasanya di pertama kali di Motegi, pertama kali riding motor TVS kan? Jadi gimana kamu mau serasi cepat sama motosikal?
Ya, apa ya, cukup senang sih. Dan untuk masuk bahagia ya masuk di TVS ini.
Okay, he said that he really happy and really enjoy to be here in ARRC. So back with Kim In-jae. Min-jae. So you have been racing in TVS Asia for some time now and quite good in Sepang, right? So what about the TVS Asia that makes it different from the rest of the championship that you have been in?
Compared to other championship, TVS One Make race provide every suit, bike, and they will pay the crash. So for the rider, it's very good by the mentality. So I think we could push a lot in this and we could practice very good.
Jadi Randy, bagaimana kamu tentang kalau lihat di Indonesia juga kamu ada di national ada berlomba juga. Motor apa?
R15 Pro sama OB. Kendalikan mesin racing.
Jadi gimana different perbedaannya motosikal TVS sama UB punya motor?
Beda jauh.
Boleh ceritakan sedikit?
TVS itu apa ya? Powernya sangat tinggi. Kalau UB nggak terlalu tinggi.
Jadi the riding skill beza macam mana?
Kalau aku untuk balap motorsport latihan pun nggak ada, cuma langsung balap motorsport aja.
Oh, okay. Jadi susah tak untuk kamu?
Susah.
Susah. Jadi macam mana kamu lalui itu, atasinya?
Atasinya ya mau gimana pun tetap bisa. Yakin.
Okay, he said that he also raced in national championship in Mandalika Racing Series in UB 150, also R15, but he say TVS bike and totally different with others bike, and he say he never have a practice, and he say he can do better even any challenges he need to overcome it. So last question from Kim In-jae. Okay, Min-jae. Give me three names that you think you really like about the TVS Asia, like
Three.
yes, three things.
Cheap payment.
What?
Less payment.
Less
Safer. Provide the bike suit.
No. I think okay, yeah.
And you can ride Asia. Many tracks for MotoGP.
Yeah.
And many good riders like Hiro Kyono, Luis Miguel, Ramdan Rossi, like this. So good for practice.
All right. What's your target?
Win.
Win. Okay. Kamu ready? Apa target kamu?
3 besar.
3 besar lah. Okay. So that's all. Thank you so much, Kim In Jae and Randy. So kita akan sorry. We will be back with Daniel. Thank you so much.
So with that said and done, the press conference comes to a close for round 3 of the Idemitsu FIM Asia Road Racing Championship here at the Mobility Resort Motegi in Japan. Now join us for an exciting weekend of action. Of course, this has been the turning point last season for most of the categories. So this is one that you will not want to miss. We will catch you on Friday tomorrow morning right here from the Mobility Resort Motegi.